Hey guys, Kitty Sapphire here. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? On Hump Day, just before the 4th of July. I hope everybody is doing well. And welcome to this new installment of Nerd News. And with a little hint of an unboxing towards the end of it. See, I just don't have a lot of time. And I usually do a separate video for unboxing, but this time I thought it would be interesting or try to do something a little different, so I'll do this towards the end of the video after getting through with Nerd News. And here is my lovely co-host for today, my darling shining Vaporeon, and you know what that means. That means there's Pokemon news among all the other news that I have to share for you. So let's get started. So today I have a little bit of news, and I'm so excited about this, of the new trailer of Stranger Things Season 3. And boy, it looks very, very interesting. A lot's going on in the trailer. I love it. It seems that, well, I'm not going to do any spoilers because me personally, it's been a while since I've seen Stranger Things, so I started rewatching it with my family. They started watching it, and they're up to season 2. So, you know, I'll leave all of that, but I would recommend to you guys, any fans of Stranger Things, please recap, because tomorrow, I believe, this 3rd season dropped. It was also nice to see 11 is still around. I just love that character so much, especially the fact that she adopted the nickname Elle, because actually I thought of Elle from Death Note when she got that nickname. So I was like, oh my god, Elle! So she was always my favorite because I have a soft spot for superhero-based kid psychic, abilities, more of the black sheep of the family, similar to like Sailor Moon's Sailor Saturn. She was always my personal favorite, so it was like, yeah, it's really nice to see 11 again and Elle. Also, salute to all the references from D&D in that show. I just love it. Even though I haven't played D&D that long, I adapted to it very quickly, and it's just, what can I say? I love that, and it's just funny how they compare their problems to a D&D scenario, which is all true, because boy, is it a pain in the neck. Unfortunately, I haven't faced the Demogorgon, but I do know what a Mind Flare is, and boy, Mind Flares suck immensely. Oh my god, they're such a pain in the arse. Anyway, but from the trailer, it looks like that Hopper is there back in action. I won't call him Big Daddy Hopper the same way I call All Might, like Daddy All Might. I see some parallels. He does take care of, he did take care of 11 and what have you, and all the others. He does look out for them. But he doesn't have the finesse like Daddy All Might, and it's just like having Hopper at the same time. Also, the fact that the big bad is back, so it's like we thought we were out of the woods for the 2nd season. It looks like it's come back in full force. So I'm like I'm nervous, because especially the fact that the Upside Down world, not the best place to be in. It just give me the Wiggins. Not just the fact, I just love how it looks so dark and grungy, and I'm thinking of like Fallout a little bit. Well, a Fallout, like sort of like Chernobyl, of how like it's all dark and grungy, and then all the world is like almost charred a little bit. I think that was really really cool. Some parts still reminiscent of I don't know, Jurassic Park for some reason, with the cars, and then towards the end of the trailer they hear like this breathing sort of dinosaur-esque dragon-like creature, and I guess somebody's walkie-talkie or phone went off, and it's like, oh crap. And then seeing its like claw just like scratch at it, I was like, oh my god. Also, the fact that most of the trailer, not only the fact that they did go back to the facility in the trailer, but it surrounding a carnival gave me a lot of the Lost Boys vibe. Being that this takes place in the 80s, I don't know, for some reason I got a little bit more of the Lost Boys vibe. In Santa Carla, like, they always hang around that carnival, the carnival in Santa Carla, so it's like, yeah, this is gonna be a good one, but I'm not sure if you know, all I'm waiting for is David and his crew to come rolling down with a motorcycle. Anyway, so definitely looking forward to Stranger Things 3, season 3. So yeah. Next up in nerd news is Anime Expo. I am saddened that I will not be joining you guys for Anime Expo down on the West Coast. It's one of my dream conventions that I actually want to sell my artwork, but of course I need the support. And right now I'm just this little YouTube channel and the little Twitter, and I'm just slowly growing. So, you know, financially it's really hard to basically travel out there and then also do a table when you don't have a large quantity of support, let alone you feel that you don't have enough merch to sell to you guys to wanting to stick around at my art table. So, you know, I would definitely would love to do at least Anime Expo at least once. The same thing with Anime Boston. I love, you know, working at Anime Boston. I've been doing it for 2016 is when I first started. So 3 years I've been doing Anime Boston, but I would really like to also be there at an artist table, you know, sell my art there. But, you know, I can always dream and, you know, still work really, really hard to get to those points. So I'm looking forward to that. I also wish all of you guys that are going to Anime Expo to have a fabulous time, take tons of pictures, take, you know, cosplays, talk about the panels, just have a good time. This year I kind of dialed down back on the cons. So, you know, I miss the atmosphere of con going. It seems like Anime Boston and CT Gamer Con and Hudson Valley Comic Con and Undiscovered Realm was so long ago. It just, I missed it. I missed the consecutive going to cons and having a good time. So I'm just hoping you guys really enjoy yourself. So celebrating July 4th while at an Anime Con. What can be better? You know, I used to go to Kineticon around that time, so yeah. And I never been to Cali before, so that would definitely be an interesting thing to do around that time. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Next on the itinerary is for the gaming and anime community. Now, I hope for all of you fans of Hatsune Miku, guess what? You guys will be getting a new video game for Nintendo Switch later in early 2020. According to Anime News Network, they state that that the game will be launched in early 2020. It's celebrating its 10th anniversary of the series, so basically all of the Vocaloids. In this new game that is launched by Sega, you would get at least 101 new songs, including 300 costumes, and the new songs are able to be downloadable. They will be available for you guys to download onto your phones, your iPad, your tablets, or MP3s, or your iTunes. So you'll be looking forward to that as well. Me personally, I'm a fan of the Vocaloids, but not like a heavy duty fan. Not like my friend was. My friend was a huge fan and loves Lin and Ren. Me personally, I'm partial to Gakpo. Gakpo doesn't get a lot of love. Poor eggplant. Anyway, so yeah. So all those who love Hatsune Miku, I see a lot of her in fan art and figures and stuff like that. And I know she's basically taken over the world in some shape or form through anime means as well as just other conventional means. She is like a transcended pop star. And, you know, if you guys like rhythm games or music games, that's definitely a game for you. So I hope you guys really enjoy that. Next off, and this actually is a little bit more heartbreaking in my opinion, is the dangers of Pokemon Master. Oh, by the way, for any type of information more on the Vocaloid new game, I will put at the very bottom of the video once I do this live stream, when this live stream is over. So, but next topic, we'll go to the dangers of Pokemon Masters. Now, I don't say dangers as in the game is really bad. I say dangers because I did actually get a chance to see the trailer. The trailer is beautiful, and I'm excited at the fact that they have a completely different region altogether. But here's the problem with it, and I actually looked at these two wonderful PokeTubers called Ruffle Rowlet and Selfie Spectre. Both stated, and I, to a certain extent, I kind of agree what's been happening, and explain. It would definitely try to fill in the blanks of why Game Freak is kind of slipping in up with Sword and Shield, because frankly, I'm still going to get the game because I really like the main series, and I love the new Pokemon, and I love the idea of having it full scope and having, you know, you go into the wild areas. It's very intriguing, very interesting. But at the same time, seeing a lot of the issues such as the graphical errors, incomplete areas such as, or details in trees and landscape, and then also the situation with the no national dex, which is also heartbreaking for anybody. And yes, you know, a lot of people might say, well, you're Eevee mom, your Pokemon will be in Sword and Shield. Why does it matter to you? Well, it matters to me because what would have happened if my Eevees were not in the game? I would be really, you know, heart-stricken. That can the exempt of several different types of Pokemon can happen to anyone. And I can understand you have a connection or a love for a Pokemon that has been on your team for X amount of years, and then now, you know, you're not able to bring it over to the new game, which is saddening. But at the same time, I also understand why not a complete Pokedex, because now they're hitting 100 Pokemon, and it's going to be really, really hard to keep track of everything. Until they stated that it wasn't going to be that much of a difficulty to putting all the Pokemon and their different those different programs into the game, or the different models into the game. That they've stated several times that it's not that much of a big deal. It takes no time, but also they're putting their A team on another game versus the B team. Now, with according to Ruffle Rowlet and Selfie Spectre, is not only the fact that they misused their team for another game and not putting their A team to the actual Pokemon installment, it looks like that due to the fact of the success of Pokemon Go has put a rift with the Pokemon companies like Nintendo and Creature, and sort of have a divide with Game Freak, since Game Freak was the main people who contribute to Pokemon. Now with Pokemon Go, any old company can go and make a Pokemon game and make a whole buttload of money. And even more so, mobile games on video games. Instead of full-on console video games, they're doing mobile games instead because it's a lot cheaper. Well, from a business point of view, Nintendo would basically think that mobile games take a lot less time, a lot less energy, a lot less money, and you're getting a lot more money back by everybody, even casuals, just playing the game on their phones, which makes me very, very sad because not only the fact that I've been a fan of Pokemon since the very beginning, but also Game Freak, who has been the heart of Pokemon, is being slowly let go. And they're going to put less and less effort in new games because of the fact that the audience, are to a certain extent don't really have much time to invest in a full-on console game. They're more looking at their phones. They're spending more time on their phones. They're more on the go, and they're looking for sort of a quick buck with a quick half-done game, such as Pokemon Go. I like Pokemon Go because it's quick and easy, and you get to capture Pokemon, but the biggest thing is there is no full-on experience. I live in the middle of nowhere. So, well, I won't say that. But I live up in a town where having huge crowds of people running for Pokemon or at Pokemon stops, it's very rare and far between, if not non-existent. And it gets kind of lonely with that versus actually having a full-on game where you can go online, have that connection, as well as have a story and have vast places to go to. But the way the future of it's going to be like, it might not come to fruition, and we'll get less and less of the main games and more of the very empty-shelled mobile games. There would, frankly, to me, I feel that it won't really have a heart. And that makes me very, very sad. That makes very, very sad. That makes me very, very sad because as an artist myself, I feel art can be, an easy romp, you can get money for it, etc. But it has to have a heart. It has to stand for something to be long lasting. So, this lack of quality in the Sword and Shield game echoes the slip of Game Freak and how they're not the center or the main benefactors of Pokemon anymore. And I feel that it's, with this sudden change, they have become disheartened. But at the same time, I feel that, and this may be me, my overzealous, passionate spirit then, I feel like if you have to go down in flames, if you feel that you're slipping or you don't have the autonomy that you once had anymore, especially mainly in the art, anime, or geek community, in a positive sense, don't go down without a fight. I'm saying this because I feel that if Game Freak wants to make it feel like it's their last stand, or if they feel that this is it and the change is inevitable, then go out with a bang. Make it the best game you ever want it to be. Full on all the Pokemon if you can, stuff as many of those guys in, put as much detail as you can in, as well as do the other game as well. I know that's really hard for me to say, but I would hire more people as much as I could. Heck, I would, try to get more fans involved. I feel the fans would be a lot more more receptive if they did that. I don't know. I know they did a survey not too long ago, which I think is a wonderful move, but it seems like a lot of the complaints might have fell on deaf ears. I'm not entirely sure because I didn't see the survey myself. I didn't take it. But Pokemon Masters looks wonderful, but I feel it will seal the deal and seal the fate on possible very intricate mainstream titles that we are accustomed to seeing in the Pokemon universe, in the Pokemon series. And that makes me sad. That makes me, that makes me a little disheartened myself. I hope that there's a way to change it where you can have, mobile games, but they won't be the center cornerstone. If there's a way that most of our fans can actually go and say, hey, Pokemon Sword and Shield, hey, we want to back you. We want to back Game Freak for all the years that they have done to make this title what it is. Like, I kid you not, when I mean The Last Stand, I'm thinking of, based on what Rowlet and Sylphie Spectre stated, that Johto, I think the second game, Gold and Silver. I'm not talking about Heart Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They're just rehashes of the old games, but I'm talking about at that point in time, they thought the second installment wasn't going to do well, and Pokemon didn't have that staying power. They shoved everything in there. I would love to see in Sword and Shield that same type of gusto that they had when their backs were on the wall and they said, this second game, Gold and Silver, is our last game. Pokemon, I feel, is not going to have that staying power. We're going to give it our all. I want to see that in Sword and Shield. I really do. And I hope that Pokemon Masters is not their swan song. I really hope. I'm being very optimistic about it. So, yeah, that's my feelings towards the possible dangers of Pokemon Masters. How it, by having this new, very well developed, showing that they put a lot more effort in Pokemon Masters, shows a red flag to me. At the same time of somewhat being excited, there's at least a huge red line or sliver of doubt in it. So, but yeah, but well, with that note, I'm going to do I'm going to do a unboxing. I know this is usually out of uncharacteristic, but I wanted to change it up, and I felt that there wasn't really a lot of material today regarding nerd news, and I tried my best to find as much as I could that is actually interesting and not necessarily on the negative side. Other components later, but and also I'm really excited of what I got in the mail. I have an idea of what I have an idea of what's in it, but I just want to be absolutely sure. And basically that particular package is come from another fellow artist / YouTuber named Argama Witch. Argama Witch. I'm sorry. Argama Witch. I actually knew her before she was considered Argama Witch. She's a wonderful artist. I met her at another convention, and she has grown so much, and I'm very, very happy for her that she's expanding and trying new things and getting more people to come and recognize her of her stuff. She also has some cool, unique stuff. I think a while back she had a manga not too long ago. And I did some stuff with her in the past. She's done some fan art for me of some of the characters from my manga, and then or OCs that I had at the time before I turned it into a manga. And then, but of course she did some stuff for me. So I'm going to open up and see what this is all about, because I already have an idea of what that might be. So bear with me. Ow. Jeez. Okay. Well, oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is so adorable. Now, as you know, well, maybe for all those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler. He is one of my husbandos. And I asked her to make this pillow because, unfortunately, there's just not enough fan art. There's not enough merch for, well, my brand of merch for this darling demon. And on the other side, sort of like a semi idea of what he could have possibly looked like in his demon form, but I don't know. I haven't read the manga in a long time, so I don't know if they revealed himself of what he really looks like, but this is just an idea that I kind of, slammed together, or, we discussed and kind of played around with a couple of ideas. But yes, this is my darling Sebastian. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you, Argama Witch. It's just adorable. I just love it. And that's just one. Let's see what I got else in here. Now, okay. I have an Ita bag. And an Ita bag, if you guys don't know, who are just new to, an Ita bag is where you basically put all your keychains, and it's basically a decorative bag. And oh, thank you. I don't know why keychains look foggy and scuffed, but it's also looks perfectly clear. Thank you. So yeah, so I have an Ita bag, and with the Ita bag, with the Ita bag, you can put anything in it. You can put your husbando, your waifu, something that basically emulates you. So I, of course, had to choose the most really hard thing to make, or to as a theme for my Ita bag. And what I did was basically have my Ita bag as a husbando bag, which I only have 2 husbandos for. But finding any merch, buttons, pictures, keychains is really difficult with those 2 husbandos. So I asked my friend to make keychains so I can add it to my Ita bag. And of course, you have Sebastian here. I don't know if I could, I don't know if you can see it very well. Oh, the light. I think the lighting makes it very, very difficult, or fuzzy. I don't know. Let me see if I can open it up. It's just that I don't want to get it scuffed or ruined or anything like that. So, and the pillow is just very, very soft. So, yeah. So yeah, this is Sebastian. I'm happy how he turned out. He looks so cute. Oh my god. So I have Sebastian, but I also have, and funny enough, I'm wearing his t-shirt as well. My other husbando is Alucard from Hellsing. Oh god. See? So I don't get a lot of stuff from those 2. So when she did this for me, it was just like, yeah, I finally get some stuff of my husbandos, because I have all stuffed Eevees, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, I love my babies. It's not that much of a big deal, but I like to be a proper otaku girl who basically praises over her husbando. So, and here's another pillow of Alucard. He's so sexy. But yes, it's so pretty. So she made this one, and of course it's really freaking soft. And I love the dark colors. It melds into his hair a little bit, but I love it, love it, love it. Wait, what's that? Okay, no, I just thought I saw something that wasn't supposed to be there. And it's like, but yes, here he is with his crazy smirk. And a little bit of blood here. So yeah, and then this is what he looks like on the opposite side. Ta-da! When he actually gets kind of crazy and turns into his creepy self. So hopefully it won't scare me in the middle of the night. I know that's really dumb. I shouldn't purchase something or get something that would give this Wiggins to me. And I don't do well with horror, But when it comes to my husbando, I don't know. For some reason, it's just like a completely different story, but I don't know. But yeah, this is a chibi version of Alucard when he is at 0, at level 0. Well, restriction 0. So yeah, it's adorable. Oh my god, I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Again, our Argama Witch. Thank you so much for these wonderful pillows and these wonderful keychains. I'm gonna put these in my Ita bag as soon as this live stream is over. So yes, so I want to thank you guys for coming by and joining me for this nerd news / unboxing, and I hope I will see you guys tomorrow for art update. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day and have a wonderful 4th of July. Oh, all right, that's right, it's 4th of July, so most of you might not be here for the live stream tomorrow. No problem. I will figure that out for the time frame. I might do it on a Friday, maybe a Saturday, because of the fact that tomorrow's the 4th. So I will talk. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll see you later. Bye.